Greetings and a warm welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today we're working through self-expression, and this can be difficult for people who struggle with low self-confidence, who have been nurtured in a very unhealthy way, who struggle in their relationships, who struggle in their relationship with themselves. But self-expression is how we show who we are. It's how we engage with who we are. It's how we respond to who we are. Self-expression is incredibly important. It helps you increase your creativity, helps you solve problems, make connections. And a lot of us struggle with self-expression. And it comes down to this one question: who am I? How can I express myself if I don't even know who I am? And that's why self-reflection is important, self-introspection, to understand the self, to become more self-aware. Because once you express yourself in a very congruent way, then you become unapologetically yourself. Because it's important that you express your feelings, you express your perspectives, you go out there, you socialize, you make connections. And even when you are alone, find a way in which you can express yourself. Direct that energy. Go do something constructive and healthy. When you express yourself, you grow in confidence. You establish your self-worth. And when you express yourself, it just reinforces that amazing, unique human being that you are. And a lot of us want to express ourselves, but we don't even know where to start. We don't even understand ourselves. We don't understand our perspectives, our mindsets. We're not emotionally regulated. The first step to being able to start expressing oneself is to stop limiting yourself. Because when you limit yourself too much, you identify yourself with your limitations. You become your limitations. And that creates a block between who you are now and who you want to be, or who you think you are now and who you actually are. And self-doubt also plays a massive role, because how can you express yourself if you can't validate anything that you're thinking? You can't validate your decisions. You can't validate your emotions. When we have self-doubt, we diminish our self-worth. We ruin our self-esteem. And we make our self-concept so blurry that we don't even know how to define ourselves anymore. Self-doubt is a massive block towards building the inner relationship and healing the inner relationship. Because self-expression is a manifestation of the health of the inner relationship. When you want to express yourself and you don't even know where to start and you don't know how to get that energy out, there's a step that you can start with, and that's being creative. Do something creative. Make something. Build something. Make a piece of art. Create a manuscript. Go out and go garden, or whatever it may be, to just spark that direction of energy into something that is healthy and through which you can express yourself. And then be unique. Always focus on what makes you unique. Always focus on being unique and being that part of you that is not like anyone else. You are unique. There's no one else like you. And once you accept how unique you are, then you might find it easier to be creative. And you might find it easier to be expressive. Because self-expression is a manifestation of our uniqueness. What drives us as individuals, what makes us special. And it's important when you are expressing yourself to speak your mind. If you have a view or you have a perspective or you want to add value, do it. Because you don't know what someone else can learn from you. You don't understand the value that you can implement by just being yourself. Always be genuine. Don't be fake. Don't put on masks. Don't act like someone else. Be your raw self and express that and manifest it. And really engulf yourself in being this unique human being. And always be unapologetically yourself. So what does this mean? This means being yourself, knowing that you are imperfect, knowing that you are going to make mistakes, but being honest with people. And when you are genuine and you are honest, then you become more relatable. People find it easier and more pleasant to connect with you and to bond with you. So always be yourself under any condition, because you cannot fail by being yourself. And then we cannot be expressive if we don't surround ourselves with the right people. So it's important to surround yourself with people who are open-minded, who are also self-expressive, who are also unconditionally accepting, who are also open to different perspectives and ideas and values. Because if you surround yourself with closed off people, people are very rigid in their mindsets. They're going to make you feel shame for expressing yourself. So be careful who you surround yourself with. And then use self-expression as an outlet to get out your frustrations, to express what you're feeling and what you're thinking. Because once you use self-expression as an outlet, your energy is more manageable, your emotions are more manageable, and your cognitive processes, the way you think, is more manageable, because that energy needs to get out and it needs to impact. And use self-expression to build your energy, build on more of that energy, that positiveness, that positivity, that genuineness, that unconditionally accepting part of yourself. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to improve your stability, because there's a direction for it to go instead of it just building up and building up and building up. And another thing is, we truly do stop ourselves from being who we are because of doubts, because of the way we were nurtured, because of our past experiences, because of trauma. But once we stop holding ourselves back from being ourselves, then we can truly express who the person is at the core. And we box ourselves. And that stops us from expressing ourselves. When we add labels and we believe, oh, there's only this one way that I can live life. Let yourself out of the box, because the box is contained. It keeps you from letting that energy flow and directing that energy. And a lot of people struggle with self-expression for fear of rejection, shame, abandonment, and fear, and what are other people going to think of me, and low self-worth. But actually, when you start practicing being yourself and you start acting on that, it will help with social isolation, because people will understand the value you're bringing. They can see you for who you are. They can see that you're genuine, that you're unapologetically yourself. And that is attractive. It's an attractive quality. So self-expression can really take you out of social anxiety and social isolation. And at the end of the day, self-expression makes you relatable, because we all express ourselves in specific ways. And when we are imperfect, when we make mistakes, become relatable to other people. That's what allows us to reinforce this expression. We all do our best, and we can all only do our best imperfectly. Always be yourself, because there is no one else like you. How do you relate? So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.